JFD, just fair and direct.
Okay, hello and welcome everyone. Welcome to JFD Traders Tea Time with me, Darius Anucauskas. Today is the 31st of August 2020. So yep, welcome everyone. Welcome to this last Traders Tea Time in August, or should I say this summer of 2020. So yep, welcome everyone. As always, guys, we'll have a look at some charts that we looked at this morning just to see how everything's getting along. But before we do that, let's quickly have a read through our risk disclaimer. So, the content we produce does not constitute investment advice or investment recommendation, should not be considered as such, and does not in any way constitute any invitation to acquire any financial instrument or product. As always, a few seconds for you to read the rest and we can continue. Okay, so now then, also just before we jump into the charts, quick mentioning of our JFD YouTube channel, to which you can always subscribe to in order not to miss any of our upcoming videos, and of course our JFD Bank website, and specifically our JFD research page, which we also update on a daily basis. So you feel free to visit us here on jfdbank.com and click on the research tab right there on the top. Now, jumping into the charts. Now, the first one I want to pick up here on is the German DAX. Now, initially, the German index was seen trading in the green today. However, everything started quickly turning around here, and yep, we're seeing a bit of a decline. However, still, as I mentioned this morning, still not all is lost here for the bulls. So in a way, what you could do here is, from the very short-term perspective, is to keep an eye on this 21-day EMA here, shown as the yellow line. So if it provides support, then yep, we'd see a nice rebound and a push higher, or we could see maybe if it declines further below the 21-day EMA, then the another place for the bulls to step in could be near this 21-day EMA. Oh, sorry, 21. This upside support line taken from the low of the 15th of June. So in a way, it kind of, as long as this upside line stays intact, there is still a good chance for this index to move back to the upside. However, if you want to be on the safe side, what you could do is keep your eyes on the highest point of July near the 13,314 level. I talked about this one this morning, and in a way, a nice good pop above it. First of all, would confirm a forthcoming higher high, and yep, could open the door towards the highest point, towards the highest point of this year, near the 13,795 zone. But again, before considering a possible test of this area, we need that confirmation break here above the 13,314 level. So keep your eyes on that one. In case this upside line fails to provide decent support and breaks, well, we'll keep an eye on the low of the 21st of August near the 12,634 zone. A nice good drop below it could, yep, clear the path towards lower areas. But again, for now, we are still leaning a little bit more to the upside. However, in order to be on the safe side, yep, we could keep an eye on this barrier here, the highest point of July near the 13,314 zone. Now, jumping into NASDAQ 100, and last week the index had a fantastic rally, and it eventually managed to reach this little area right here near the 12,048 zone. Of course, on the cash index, we saw a higher level getting tested. The level there was around the 12,092 mark, somewhere approximately around there. But yep, again, like I said, on the main index here during its trading hours, yep, the index had a nice decent rally here towards the 12,048 zone. And looking at the cash index right now, we can see that the price is balancing just fractionally above that psychological 12,000 territory. So of course we'll keep an eye on it, but if it starts drifting lower and ends up moving back below this little area right here, somewhere near the 11,728.30 zone, now this is where we could consider a bit of a larger correction to the downside. Now the reason why I'm saying correction, because we are still trading above this upside support line taken from the low of the 23rd of March. So in a way, if this upside line stays intact, then yep, the bulls could continue dominating the field here overall, and yep, we could see this one rebounding and pushing higher. Now how we could play this one out right now is that, as we understand that the cash index is trading just fractionally below, fractionally above the 12,000 psychological 12,000 zone. Now, if this gets above the 12,048 territory, which is the high of last week, and NASDAQ 100's all-time high as well, if we get a push above that, then yes, we will aim for some higher levels, because first of all, that would place the index into the uncharted territory, and well, again, the sky would be the limit for this index. But again, like I said, we will remain very careful, given that currently the cash index is declining a little bit. Now jumping into silver, and I've talked about gold this morning, but here silver, I've mentioned this level here last week when I was covering this commodity, and this 27.73 zone, as you can see, it's now pushing up nicely above it. And of course, if we get nice daily close above this area as well, then yep, this kind of increases the chances for this commodity to continue pushing further north. You could keep an eye on this little short-term upside support line as well here, guys. That one's taken from the low of the 17th of July. So in a way, as long as this upside line, this short-term tentative upside support line, remains intact, then yes, there is a good likelihood for silver to move further north, possibly targeting the highest point of August near the 29.86 zone, and then of course we would take it from there. In terms of the downside, now previously I talked about this level, the 24.40 zone. However, probably we'll first of all, let's get rid of this downside line. But if it breaks this short-term upside support line and also falls below this little territory right here, the low of last week near the 26.06 territory, then yes, we will consider a bit of a larger correction to the downside, because don't forget that overall we're still trading above this upside support line taken from the low of the 18th of March. So keep your eyes on that one. Jumping into Ethereum, here the crypto is pushing nicely to the upside. Yesterday we had a nice pop above the 416 zone. I talked about this last week, and what I was saying, that if we get a move above this area, then yes, a further move towards the highest point of August could be possible, and that level is around 447.50 zone, so approximately around there. And this morning, today for example, we saw the crypto declining initially. However, this 416 zone acts as a very nice area of support from where the crypto now is trying to make its way up again. So for now, guys, yes, we will keep an eye on this one. We'll keep an eye on the 447.50 territory. If that gets broken, now this is where it could become very interesting for the buyers again, as this could open the door towards that 485.60 territory here, marked by the high of, or should I say near the high of the 24th of July. Yep, 24th of July 2018. Not to mention that this break here would confirm a forthcoming high as well, and potentially more buyers could be joining in. So for now, be very careful. The day is not finished. Maybe we could even create a new high for August as well, because today is the last trading day. So for August, so let's keep an eye on this one. Let's see how it's going to play out. But if it doesn't hit a new high for August here, then maybe this is something for going to be left for September. Maybe we'll see this one pushing above this barrier, above this 447.50 zone in September. So again, like I said, for now, interesting developments here. Keep your eyes on that level, and yep, for now we are a little bit more on the bullish side. Let's put it this way. NZDJPY, so this pair, I haven't looked at it for quite a while, as you can see by the arrow which has shifted here to the left, or should I say the chart that has moved, the candles that have moved to the more to the right. So in other words, the pair is coming close to this key resistance level near the 71.67 mark. Now if that gets broken, now this is this is where we will then get a little bit more comfortable with higher areas. However, if this barrier continues to provide resistance, then maybe not all the bulls are feeling comfortable and driving this one further. So that's why, in other words, guys, in order to get a little bit more excited about higher levels, we would like to see a nice good push, and maybe ideally a daily candle staying above the 71.67 territory, and then yes, like I said, we'll consider a further move higher. Don't forget, we might get a false breakout here, so that's why I'm saying that if the daily candle does not stay above this area, then, well, I mean, be very careful. We might see maybe a bit of a reversal back down. So keep your eyes on that one. Jump into a USDJPY, and this morning I talked about this level, about this pair, and that well, I talked about this level as well here, the 105.30. So as you can see, it acted as a good area of support once again, and the pair is now trying to make its way above the 106 zone. Now just around here we also have the 21-day EMA, which is currently providing a bit of resistance. But what I was saying this morning, that if we get a push above this 106 territory, then yes, there is again a possibility to see this one maybe climbing higher towards this downside resistance line taken from the high of the 24th of March. But this whole move higher could still be seen as a temporary correction before another possible leg of selling. So that's why our kind of main scenario, not the main scenario, but the upside scenario, could come on a break of this downside line and a push above the 107.55 territory. So yep, at the same time here, the rate would be placed above the 200-day EMA, and maybe more buyers could see this as a good opportunity to step in. But for now, we're not there yet. We're currently sitting at around 106 zone, so let's see if this can push further north now. EURTRY, also quite an interesting one here. Overall trading still above this upside support line taken from the low of the 7th of May. But as you can see, last week it kind of reversed to the downside here on Friday, but today we're seeing a nice pop here again, and is once again coming closer to this 126.80 zone, approximately around here, and that's marked near the highest point of April of 2019, and also well, it's near the highest point of August as well. So let's see if this pair can actually overcome this barrier today. If it can, then yep, a new high for August would be established. But if it fails to do that, that's not a problem probably for the bulls, because maybe they could leave this move higher for September, for tomorrow, or maybe later on this week. So but in other words, guys, long story short, what we're going to be looking here is at this level, this 126.80, a nice good pop above it. Yep, would confirm a forthcoming higher high, and a further move higher could be possible towards the towards this level right here, the 127.50 zone, and that's marked by the highest point of March of 2019. So again, a very interesting level here. We're going to keep an eye on it. If we get a nice strong move above this and we get the daily candle remaining above this 126.80 zone, then yes, we'll continue pushing this one further north. In order to consider the downside, well, a break of this upside support line is required, and yep, for now we're nowhere near this upside line, so we're monitoring this barrier first. Quick update here on the euro against Turkish lira. Now, I haven't looked at this one for quite a while, but previously when I spoke about this one, you can see that the pair did reach a new all-time high in August near the 8.8226 zone, and today we're seeing an attempt by the bulls to drive this one higher, back towards this all-time high near the 8.8226. In a way, of course, all this is looking quite interesting from the technical side and tempting for the bulls. However, to be on the safe side, probably wait for a push and a break above the 8.8226 territory, and then consider a possible further move north, maybe even towards that psychological 9 level. But again, for now, it is where it is. It's coming closer to the all-time high near the 8.8226 zone, but will it be able to overcome it? So let's wait and see. But if it does overcome this, then this first of all places the pair into the uncharted territory, and as I said, this could lead towards a possible test of that psychological 9 zone. So keep your eyes on that one. And finally, Euro USD. So this one is pushing nicely to the upside. This morning I talked about this pair, and what I was saying that given that the pair failed to kind of retest this upside support line and started reversing earlier, however, to get a little bit more excited about higher levels, we need to see a push where we would prefer to see a push above the 1.1965 territory, which is the current highest point of August. It's coming close to that level today. I mean, today's candle is coming close to that highest point of August, and so let's see if it manages to overcome it. If it does, then well, this is where it could become interesting for more buyers, as this would place the pair closer to that psychological 120 zone. So let's see how all this is going to play out, but probably be very careful, guys, here for now. Let's see if it can end up testing this 1.1965 level. If it can, then the big question, can it overcome it? If it can do that as well, then yep, looks like we'll start targeting the 1.20 zone. So yeah, so let's see how all this is going to play out. It's quite interesting right now. So guys, I really hope you found it useful, and thank you very much for watching and listening. If you want to catch my video tomorrow morning, as always, my Trader's Espresso, that's 6 o'clock GMT time. But for now, guys, I hope you have a wonderful evening. Stay safe, and I'll see you later. Thank you very much, and bye-bye.